Hey buddy, this is Stormy with the capital Z. Welcome to another Warcraft Shoutcast. This is a request by a player known as Bolt Dakodo, and this is a game on Echo Isle featuring UgandanMailman, who is spawning as the teal orc player on the top right. He will be playing up against a rather unnamed player. It just says no name. I don't really know how players manage to pull that off. So this guy is spawning as the orange Night Elf at the top left, and right off the bat we see some pretty weird and interesting strats over here. We got the altar coming towards the outer end of the orc player's base, and whoa, I kind of figured out that the next two wisps would spawn into the Moonwell and the Ancient of War, and that's exactly what is coming up. Against an orc player, I'm not exactly sure whether this strategy is going to be working very well, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see as the orc player is done with one burrow altar, and he's actually going for Farseer, which is actually gonna be pretty useful in countering something like this, especially with the spirit wolves and stuff. And now I believe after patch 1.29, man, I gotta memorize those notes or something. I believe the level 2 wolf, the spirit wolves, give you lesser experience points since their level has been decreased. Demon Hunter coming for the Night Elf player. Tavern Chase may have been a better option for this kind of an attack, this kind of a surprise attack, which is the orc player now sending out a scout peon towards the Night Elf player's base, and he's gonna be pretty surprised after seeing the Night Elf player's AOW and archer like literally in his base. And the orc player, he's going for a rush. Orc player is going for a rush with those spirit wolves, and he has no idea of what's going on. He has no idea of this. It's not looking too good for him. Demon Hunter is obviously delayed a bit since since the altar was delayed. That is, altar, you just had to get your wisp right across the map and then build the altar. That actually, and orc player doing some distance building of his own, and orc player immediately detecting no buildings inside the Night Elf player's base, and he went to look for the expansion, but he's probably figured it out that they're definitely not even an expansion, and this is something else. He's now using the TP to go back to the base, and to his surprise, he does see the archer and Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter now gonna be backing off a bit, and orc player now sees it. Now sees everything. He sees 2 moonwells, 1 under construction, actually 3 moonwells and 1 more under construction. He's gonna go all in with this. Otherwise, Night Elf player is gonna dominate this fight, unless and until the orc player tries destroying those buildings. But it's gonna be pretty difficult. Night Elf player, it is nighttime. He's gonna be able to shadow meld those archers. Demon Hunter doing Demon Hunter stuff, trying to kite down units. Orc player obviously having the strongest of all melee, tier 1 melee unit, which is the Grunt. He's gonna be able to fend off against this relatively well, and the archers being the weaker tier 1 units, they're gonna be they're gonna be in trouble over here. As we just saw 1 archer being taken out. Farseer heading towards he's heading towards the shop that he built right in the middle of the map, that is near the tavern. He's gonna pick up some items, probably Clarity Potion. Alright, that's gonna be useful, obviously, especially with the Demon Hunter over there, mana burning all the mana away, and detonate over the spirit wolves, and he managed to take out one of them. That's gonna give him some experience points, not too much, and he's gonna go pressurize the burrow down to 50%. Orc player putting in the peons to repair it. Grunt down to very low hit points. Demon Hunter is on the chase. Demon Hunter is in hot pursuit. He may be able to take out the Grunt, but he has to be careful at the same time with these archers, getting them towards the Moonwell, and now shadow melding. Pretty good strategy. Demon Hunter did manage to get the Grunt. Pretty good so far, and the archers once again shadow melding. As long as it is nighttime, the idle player can play with this as much as he wants to, and it's going to be pretty difficult for the orc player to fend off against these many archers and like moonwells, which is just like your local neighborhood moonwells right beside your base. And oh my, that's a nice little surround over there. And oh my, shadow meld surround. This is looking pretty good. He's gonna shadow meld the archers, which are down to lower hit points, and then, well, just take out that grunt while it was under the surround. So right now, I believe the Nidal player managed to take out 2 orc grunts, which is actually a pretty big deal compared to, well, taking out archers. I do believe orc player managed to kill 3 or 2 archers. Well, 3 archers versus 2 grunts. Well, I would definitely say that the Nidal player got the better end of that deal. And he's also pressurizing the burrow. Burrow down to red hit points, and it's gonna go down. He has a watchtower. We didn't cash that up. Sorry. And 1 archer was taken out during this fight, but he did manage to take out the burrow. Is the orc player food blocked? No, he's not. We're right now selected to go orc player. Orc player is not food blocked just yet, but well, he is now though, since he just used his last bit of food for the shadow hunter. And the tower being, well, tower is taken down. That's it. Tower is straight up taken down, and I believe those are 3 archers. 3 archers versus 1 tower. No, wouldn't say that was the best deal, but Nidal player definitely got something out of it. And Ancient of Winds coming simultaneously towards the main of the Nidal player, and Nidal player is going to be pushing in with the Druid of the Talons, and orc player will not have enough time to respond. He is making 1 tower, but there are no tier 2 units, and just grunts are not going to be enough to fend off against this kind of a push. And well, this is kind of adding insult to injury, as the Nidal player went to go for a shop over there. The shop would have been so deadly. It is daytime, and the Nidal player can shadow meld no more. So the orc player can, well, orc player using serpent wand, so using the shadow hunter, and serpent wands are going to be pretty good actually. I believe they do a little of that poking, which is going to be useful in these kind of battles. Once again, Nidal player trying to pressurize. I believe maybe go towards the mercenary camp, pick up a few mercenaries, Shadow Priest, perhaps Berserker, maybe the Mauler. It would definitely play well, and it would definitely be useful. Orc player, I mean, making a Voodoo Lounge towards the main base. That is, this is second Voodoo Lounge, by the way, since he already has one in the middle of the map. And well, he's kind of figured it out that he needs one Voodoo Lounge inside his base rather than that much far away. And Nidal player picking himself a Naga Siege. That's gonna be pretty useful. What did he get? He probably got Cold Arrow. Yeah, he got a Cold Arrow. He's trying to use that Cold Arrow on the Shadow Hunter, but orc player coming back with the Farseer, and he was able to make the Nidal player run back a bit. Nidal player right now only is on archers, and well, orc player, since it's the daytime, he is dominating this fight. And despite of this cheese strategy, Nidal player is not looking all that good. Well, I wouldn't say now, since the orc player just lost the Shadow Hunter during this fight. He didn't manage to kill a number of archers over there, but losing your hero, that's a big no-no. Got that watchtower ready at the backside of the base, and the watchtower is attacking the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter down to like nearly 25% of the hit points, 1/3 of the total HP. Going back towards the Moonwells. The Moonwells are not regenerating. It is daytime. Maybe he wants to set up that artificial night. Yep, that's what he did. How did you get the levels? Lol. He probably got the levels. Actually, that is an interesting question. Level 3, and this one also 8's a part of the experience from the Shadow Hunter that he killed. I believe he killed 2 grunts, and then he just killed burrows and all. Spirit Wolves? And did he kill that many Spirit Wolves to get to level 3? Maybe. Okay, yeah, so Nidal player doing something that I mentioned earlier, getting a few mercenaries for his aid, and those are going to be pretty useful. And I like the positioning of these moonwells towards the tree wall, and that's actually safeguarding them, that's actually keeping them very, very safe. And Orc player now going for the attack on this Nidal player's base extension near his base. And we did see a Demolisher over there. Yep, Demolisher is on the field. Demolisher launching those heavy boulders on the Shadow Priest. Shadow Priest down. Yeah, Shadow Priest is down now. Orc player losing a second grunt in this fight. But Demon Hunter is down to very low hit points. He did have the potion of healing, which was useful right in the nick of time. And he's gonna go after the burrow. Obvious, the best choice that he could go for. No, Demon Hunter, Demon Hunter, Demon Hunter! Barely managing to escape. Orc player, maybe he should have followed it. One more hit could have killed it. Orc player did have the scroll speed. Speed of scroll, that is. And I don't really know if that was the best strategy to leave the Demon Hunter when he had that chance to go after it and kill it. Getting that second Demolisher after the first one was taken down, and Druid of the Talons and Ogre Mauler. Alright, there comes the tank of the army. He's gonna go up front, take all the damage while all the other units attack from behind. And what do you have here? Here comes the Demon Hunter near that mercenary camp, getting himself a Shadow Priest and a potion of healing as well. He's gonna stay behind a bit just to heal up. And while the Naga Sea Witch is going kind of solo over here with the archers, and the Raider down to very low hit point, Raider down. And I do believe all of this experience is caught off all of the Spirit Wolves. The Spirit Wolves, well, they give very, very less amount of experience, that is true, but even that less amount of experience has resulted in the Demon Hunter reaching level 3. He did kill this camp as well, so I guess, yeah, you can consider that as well. And well, Orc player is in a pretty tight spot. He got his buildings up, at least he got his production buildings up. He does have 3 workers nearby the Demolisher to repair it right as the Nidal player starts to attack it. And he does have, well, he has stuff on lumber as well. It's fine, I guess. We're just gonna switch to the Nidal player and check. He's at 38 food against 60 supply, while the Orc player is at 40 food against 50 supply. Orc player is gonna be maintaining the 50 food in this game, despite of, well, this being a pretty damn dangerous situation. I believe he's going to try and maintain 50 food, while the Nidal player looks to go over 50 since he has made that 5th Moonwell. Or rather, he just made it for extra healing. I don't think he will be going for more than 50 food unless and until there is a dire situation, or, well, depending on the need of the situation, I guess. Spirit Wolves coming in.
You are building this complete.
Got a little hit and run attempt by both players. Orc player definitely has the upper hand in this particular battle right now. He has more units. He has those ranged Demolishers. Their Demolishers are kicking in and they are dealing a lot of damage to the Nidal player's army. Nidal player, well, he just have archers and stuff. Archers against Demolishers, and the Orc player still has the frontal army. And the Demon Hunter down to very low hit points. He's gonna be able to escape narrowly, and he's coming back probably after healing up a bit. There is, well, this is the night time in the game, so the Moonwell will be regenerating. He can shadow melt his archers, so he has that benefit at this particular point of time. Orc player, I don't know what he want to do. Maybe want to make 2 or 3 more towers, perhaps, since he has probably decided not to go over tier, not to go over 50 food. That is not tier, and he is dealing some good amount of damage on the Nidal player's units. Despite of this cheese strategy, the Nidal player is struggling at this point. There was a nice little ensnare on that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter down to red hit points. He does have a potion and he does have the Moonwells. And the Orc player losing 1 grunt, but he's also simultaneously attacking the units at the backside of the army with the Demolishers. Nidal player running back, and I believe this is the beginning of the end for the Nidal player's push. He is gonna run back a bit, and the Orc player will be will manage to destroy these Moonwells using the Demolishers while his army defends them. going for the Serpent Wards was probably the best idea, I believe, in this push. I wouldn't have seen this same kind of dominance from the Orc player side if the Orc player went for Healing Wave. Healing Wave is pretty useful though, but yeah, Serpent Ward definitely the best choice in this particular situation. And there goes the last Moonwell of the Nidal player. He does have 4 ready in his main, and Nidal player is running back to base. He's going home, and he's gonna come back with the normal Nidal player build against Orc players, while his attempted cheese strategy, I don't know what to call this. Build your base into the enemy's base strategy, I guess you could call it. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, that's something that he did, and it failed. Well, it failed, or we could say that the Orc player was just did really well to handle that situation, and he didn't scout early on. Well, I don't think any player scouts that early on or anything with a peon. And you usually just go towards your enemy's base to check up what's he doing or anything. So I wouldn't really blame the Orc player for not scouting or anything, but yeah, it is quite predictable. And on a map like Echo Isle, where both of the bases are on the top, you usually don't do any kind of scouting on the bottom early on in the game. So yeah, that's one thing for you. That's one thing for you about the meta, which is pretty constant, and this is one way that you can be surprised by, well, any player, not just Nidal. You can be surprised by a human player who can power build his stuff inside your base. You can be surprised by an undead who, I don't know, maybe carries a sacrificial skull. Well, you don't get those that early on in the game. You do need your hero early on before you can get that sacrificial skull and start building things. But yeah, Orc and human can definitely pull this kind of strategy off as well. Nidal player now has to transition into a usual Nidal player, and he is trying to level up his stuff. Naga Siege will reach level 4, and Demon Hunter is nearly level 5. I think it would be a good idea for the Nidal player to get his Demon Hunter to level 5 before any kind of engagements. Orc player coming in with everything he's got, and Orc player did cross 50 food, by the way. He is near to 60, and he is heading towards the Nidal player's base with everything he got, and the Nidal player doing the right thing, only creeping with the Demon Hunter so that he can soak up all the experience. And oh, just 5 experience away. That was so bad. That was so close. Maybe he'll get that by destroying one of these dire wolves, and yep, he got it. He got it, and he needs to be really careful from those demolishers. The demolishers deal so much damage, and the demolishers are hitting hard on the Druid of the Talons. Oh, that Druid of the Talon just got splashed. And Orc player using Healing Wave now, and Nidal player trying to mana burn away all of the mana from it. Naga Siege down to pretty low hit points. There is a Tinker on the field. Didn't see that early on. Tinker probably gonna get Pocket Factory at this point. That would be useful, but there is no Pocket Factory. Maybe it was a cooldown. Maybe he just got taken out at a point where we didn't check. There is a Chimera Root. What? I don't know. I recently noticed that they call it Chimera. It's the CHI, so I usually say Chimera. Well, we'll just go with Chimera. So it's gonna be a Chimera Root for the Nidal player, but the Orc player has detected that, and he will be able to take that out. And yeah, that's it. It's GG for the Nidal player. Orc player takes this battle despite of that cheese strategy, and yeah, this is the end of the game. He already left, but the replay is still going on, so the Orc player wants to destroy the stuff, I guess. Or, I don't know what's he doing. Well, that was a pretty damn interesting game. Good to see some different types of stuff going on than the usual Talon versus Raider push thing, or maybe go into Wind Riders or something. Sometimes Orc players tend to go for expansion, Nidal player counter expand, or the vice versa. They do that. We have been seeing that a lot, and it's mainly been Dot's play. Well, it has been dots play in this one as well, but that build your base into the enemy player's base. You could say a proxy base, I guess. That was something, well, I wouldn't say new, but yeah, something unusual and out of the odd. Thank you for watching. Z out. Bye bye.